Alright, so here's part 2 of our videos for tonight's homework, and I think I had just completed number 23 maybe? Who knows? I think I just did number 23. Yeah, so now I'm going to do number 24. I'm going to do a few more of these, and then I'm going to get to the other worksheets that some of you may have had for homework. Remember, the other worksheets look like this. So I'll do some of these that if you guys are on these sheets right here, okay? Remember, with these sheets, only do the first page front and back. The rest of them might have some things on it that I didn't explain just yet, so just bring the whole packet in, but only do the front and back of this one sheet, okay? Unless I rip the sheet off for you. Likely, I think I ripped the sheet off for you, so you only have a front and back to do. I'll get to those next. All right, let me go back over to this page for a moment. So looking at number 24, remember our two-step equation, okay? I put my street this side of the equation and this side of the equation, and remember two-step equations, we like to add or subtract first, if we don't have junk in the trunk, okay? So there is no junk in the trunk here, so if I add or subtract first, I can see I already have a plus 13 and add 13, so I'm going to subtract 13 from both sides. If I subtract 13 from both sides, it looks like this. I'm going to bring down my negative 5x. That cancels out, right? And negative 17 minus 13. Negative 17 minus 13, 7, 8, 9, 10. You have 30. Okay, so with my 30, just trying to make it look better here. Remember, it's going to be a negative 30 as well. So now you just took care of the first step of this equation. Time to do the next one. Remember, your job is to get x by itself. Anytime we have a letter and a number right next to each other, or a number and a letter, with nothing in between, it means multiply. So we're going to do the opposite of multiply, which is divide. I'm going to divide by a negative 5. Remember, when multiplying or dividing, we're going to divide with whatever sign it's already with. Adding and subtracting, we switch signs. See? Multiplying or dividing, we keep them. Because what happens is this cancels out, leaving you with 1x. Ones are invisible. 5 will go into 36 times. A negative divided by a negative is a positive, so x equals positive 6. Going on to number 25. Number 25 has junk in the trunk. So remember, with junk in the trunk, we have to multiply or divide first. Fractions, even if it has junk in the trunk, means divide. So we'll do the opposite and multiply. Okay? Remember, this is a long story short version. This does not equal negative 4. Eventually it's going to cancel out, so I can just drop down the junk in the trunk. If you're not sure what I mean by this, you need to go back and see part 1 of the homework. So now I have 5 times 2. That's going to be 10. Okay? So what I have here is the next part of the equation, which would be minus 10 on both sides. Minus 10 on both sides. This should be a negative 10. Because it was a negative 2. Remember, we keep the signs, negative 2. So 5 times negative 2 is a negative 10. Now I'm going to get rid of the 10. That leaves me with k. That cancels out. A negative 10 minus 10 is going to give me negative 20. K is going to be negative 20. All right, number 26. Look at that. Another junk in the trunk. Junk in the trunk? No junk in the trunk. Junk in the trunk? No junk in the trunk. Junk in the trunk? Multiply or divide first. No junk in the trunk. Add or subtract first. Let's go. Multiply that 2 out first with junk in the trunk. That, remember, long story short, that's going to cancel out, leaving you p plus 8. 10 times 2 is 20. I'm now going to get rid of that 8 by subtracting 8. Subtracting 8. That cancels out, leaving me p. 20 minus 8. Oops, did it again. Negative 2. Should be multiplying with a negative 2. So it's negative 20. Negative 20 minus 8. Yeah, that's going to give you negative 28. P equals negative 28. 27. No fraction with junk in the trunk. So add or subtract first. Remember, your job is to get r by itself. So what are you going to add or subtract first? You're going to add 19. Why? Because you see this 19 is already negative. So add. When I do that, I get to bring down my negative 14r. That cancels out. 303 plus 19, 9, 10, 11, 12. 2. So it should have 322. Okay? 3, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay? So now what we're going to do from here, you should be able to answer this one part yourself. What's going to be the next part of your problem? So 280, oh man, I did that. Oops, I subtracted that wrong. You guys know me in basic facts. 303 plus my 19, because it wasn't subtraction. Yes, adding 19. I have my 303 plus my 19, 322. So if I have 322 here, there it is. The next part of the equation, I'm going to divide by a negative 14. Divide by a negative 14. Okay, so if I'm going to divide by 14, I should get this. I'm actually going to start this one over. This is not looking right. Let me go back. Sorry guys, I have to start this one over. Here we go. Add 19, add 19. There it is. 303 plus the 19. 322. 322. There. I need to try to right meter. That cancels out, so I have my negative 14r. Okay? So now, if I divide for the second part, remember this means multiply, so you're going to divide. That cancels out, leaving you r. There we go. And negative 23. 14 will go to 322 23 times. It's going to be negative. Negative divided by positive is negative. All right, last one for this page of the homework, this front page part of the homework. No junk in the trunk, so I'm going to add or subtract first, which means I'm going to add 5 to both. Bring down the x minus 4. That canceled out. Negative 8 plus 5. It's going to give me a 3. Negative 3. So then after that, this means division, so I'm going to multiply by a negative 4. Multiply by a negative 4. Long story short, this is going to cancel out. Negative 3 times a negative 4 is going to give you a positive 12. X is positive 12. Okay. That's all I'm going to do for the CUDA worksheet. So that has 28 problems on it. So that's what I assigned you for homework tonight. I did some of those for you, so the rest will be easier. Okay? Stephen, if you're watching this, I know I assigned you just this sheet right here with just, some of the problems there. Just do whichever ones I asked you to do. And for the rest of us, we had these problems, which are the same thing as the CUDA sheet. Okay? So I'll do some until my time runs out. All right. So with this one, boom, here it is. Two-step equation. There's no junk in the trunk, so add or subtract first, which means I'm a minus 3 on this side, minus 3 on this side. That leaves me with 5x. That cancels out. 8 minus 3 is 5. My next step would be to divide by 5, because that means multiply, so divide by 5. That cancels out, leaving you x. 5 will go to 5 one time, so x equals 1. Going over here to this one, you got junk in the trunk. Remember, junk in the trunk means you're going to get rid of the fraction first, which means you're going to get rid of this 2 first. Because that, long story short, remember the whole long story short, don't know what I'm talking about? Look at video part 1. It's going to cancel out and give me just the junk in the trunk. Negative 1 times 2 is negative 2. And now, look at that. Get a by itself. I see a plus 2. I will subtract 2. That cancels out, leaving you a. And negative 2 minus 2 is going to give you negative 4. Negative 2 minus 2 is negative 4. This is not 0. Negative 2 minus 2 is negative 4. For this one, no junk in the trunk, so I'm going to add or subtract first. I am not going to subtract negative 2m. That's multiply, remember? What I can do is this. Since it's already a negative 6, I'm going to add 6 to both sides. Because that cancels out, leaving you this on this side of the street. And this is now how much you have on this side of the street. Now to get m by itself, since this means multiply, we will divide. That cancels out, leaving you 1, which is invisible. Negative 2 goes into 16, 8 times. It will be a negative 8. M equals negative 8. For this one, no junk in the trunk, so add or subtract first. I see a plus 7 or a minus 7. I'm not going to try to add or subtract a fraction. Remember, fraction means division. So add or subtract, look at the other number to get rid of first. That's canceling out, leaving you x over 5 on this side of the street. 11 minus 7, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 is 4. Since this means division, multiply the 5 out. Long story short, that's going to cancel out, making it 1, which is invisible. 4 times 5 is 20. X is 20. So that's the first side of the homework page. You can do the next 4 on your own. And then now you have this side of the homework page. Remember the other page I stapled to it, the last page, front and back. Don't worry about that. We'll get to that in class tomorrow. So I'll do 4 of these. So you have these 4 left to do. So all in all, you all shouldn't have more than 8 to 10 problems to do. Here we go. Subtract 4. Subtract 4. That's a positive 4. We don't need a positive sign in front of numbers, do we? No. So do the opposite of what you see. That cancels out, leaving me 3p equals 19 minus 4. Suppose 5. 15. 19. Yep. That means multiply. So you will divide. You will divide. That cancels out, leaving you 1. That's invisible. 3 goes into 15. 5 times. Fraction, but no junk in the trunk. So add or subtract. We're going to add 2 since we see a minus 2. Bring down your fraction. 9, 10, 11. Now, fraction is being divided, so we will multiply by negative 3. Multiply by a negative 3. Long story short, that cancels out, leaving you x. 11 times a negative 3 is negative 33. What do we get rid of first? That 13. Okay. Oh, you're right here. Okay, I will see you tomorrow. Okay, 83 plus the 13. Whoops. 83 plus 13. Yep. 98. Oops. I know half you guys are shouting, no, Mrs. Hart, it's 96. My bad. So, now we're here. There you go. Divide by negative 6. Divide by negative 6. That leaves us k. Okay. 96 divided by a negative 6 is going to be 16. It's going to be a negative 16. This one, well, look, this is something you haven't seen before. And actually, I do not have enough time on this video to record. So don't worry about problems that look like this. But this is a distribution problem first. We learned about the distributive property earlier in the year. So you would actually have to multiply these out before you can start trying to do the street thing and getting x by itself. But I'll leave it at that. and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Do the rest.